Hello, welcome back, Steve's Corner. Let's pitch a game of shoes. Anybody play horseshoes? I used to love to pitch shoes when I was a kid, man. I never was any good at it. I just enjoyed sitting up there and tossing them. I ain't played in, geez, since me and the baby's been married, I don't believe. Almost 40 years. I played with a boy, one of my roommates, went home with him one weekend when I lived up in Ohio. And they had a set. It used to be a popular game around here. Everybody had a pit in their backyard. Every time you go over for a picnic or something, you know, we'd have cookouts, you know. Everybody, you'd always end up tonight pitching shoes. And, we used to even have leagues. You know, the factories would have little teams. They'd play each shift, and then they'd play other plants and stuff. We used to, Hopewell was a big factory town, and we had a softball team when I was working there, and when Dad was working, they actually had a flag football team. They'd play other factories. Each shift have a team, and salary to have a team, maintenance to have a team, stuff like that. They had golf teams and all that stuff. But you don't have that in around here anymore. But I got to thinking over the winter time, I might want to pitch. I'd like to pitch some shoes. Now I'm up here where I'm planning on putting me in a pit when I get a chance sometime this year. It's a shaded area. It's up here on the back side of the garden there. I took my basketball hoop down. I wanted to get that cleaned up and start shooting some hoops now, but I'm getting a little old for that. Shoes are more my style now, but it's a nice flat spot, and it's shaded most of the day. And I spent the winter time. I was reading about a fellow named Alan Francis, I believe his name is, from Fort Defiance, no, Defiance, Ohio. That's where he's at, or he was when I was reading about him. Whatever the article that was talking about, whenever that was written, and he's supposed to be they call him the most dominant athlete of any sport ever. He's in his early 50s now, but he's won the last 21, 22, and 23 World Horseshoe Championships or whatever. He's won the last 3 of them, and but he's won something like 27 of them in his life. Just about every other year he's won the championship. He had a spell one time where I know he hit 7 in a row that he won, maybe 8. The guy's phenomenal, man. They say 90% of his tosses are ringers. I mean, that's phenomenal. I don't care what, you know. Imagine Jordan hitting 90% of his shots. I mean, but you never hear of him. But he's phenomenal. But once I read that article, I spent the winter checking in how to build a pit and how to the distance of it. And I'm learning the rules now. We never played by rules when I was a kid. The grown-ups did, but we didn't. But it's a good thing I tore that daggone basketball hoop down. That pole was actually cracked down at the bottom of it. I'll show it to you. If I can get over there to her. Right down there at the bottom, it come apart on me when I was digging it out. It had gotten so thin down there. That's the other piece of it over yonder near that tire. I got to get that stuff to the dump. I got the wood for that daggone game cleaning table. I got the wood for that. I got to put that up too. But I thought this would be a nice spot for it back here, my pit anyways. You don't see that much around here anymore. It's everything's been taken over by the daggone, what do you call that, cornhole. And to me, it's the same daggone thing. But it's not the same as hearing that clank when you hit a ringer. Clank! But I was out here eating a handful of peanuts. I figured I'd make a little quick video about future plans down on the corner. Y'all want to see a birdie? I think this is a little chickadee. See him flying around there? Oh, there he is. Yeah. See how close we can get to him. Oh, there he goes. Eating some peanuts, drinking a glass of tea, and watching the little birdies. That's about the excitement of my day today. But y'all take care of yourselves, man, and enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to y'all later.